Gotta get some RPGs. Pull out.
The Scourge of God, Attila and the Hun Empire in Europe. The sound of the wind blowing from the steppes had begun to roar like a storm. An echo from the earliest ages of history could be heard, a voice that would grow into a cry impossible to silence. It was the cry of a nation born on horseback, strengthened through war, and destined to build empires. When the Huns advanced westward from the boundless lands of Asia, no one knew that this march would shake the very destiny of Europe. As the 4th century AD came to an end, the great Turkic migration that began in Central Asia reached the northern shores of the Black Sea. Mounted tribes moved swiftly toward the heart of Europe. This migration was not merely a search for new lands, it was a march to teach the world their own order, the order of the Huns. When European tribes first witnessed this warrior migration, they were stunned. With their unbreakable discipline, lightning-fast attacks, and unpredictable speed, the Huns resembled a raging tempest. Fear spread across the continent. Germanic tribes fled westward for the first time. The Roman Empire's warrior pride began to tremble. The stage of what history would later call the Great Migration of Peoples had just been unveiled. The Huns advanced as far as present-day Hungary. Seeing the fertility of these lands, they established their center there to lead a settled life. Their first ruler, Balamir, laid the foundations of what would be known as the European Huns. He was succeeded by Ruga, and then came the man whose name would be written in golden letters in the chronicles of history. The ruler whom all of Europe would speak of with fear and awe, Attila. Attila met the horse and the sword at the age of 6 or 7 in the early years of the 5th century. Born with an unshakable strength, he united with his horse, grew powerful with his bow, and war became for him a game he would master for years to come. In 434, he ascended the throne together with his brother Bleda, growing even stronger in authority and power. But for Attila, there was only one goal: his own strategy, his own might. Whether Bleda died or was slain by Attila remains unknown, but from that moment onward, nothing in Europe would ever be the same again. Cold-blooded, wise, patient, swift, a master of strategy. Every step he took was calculated, every battle a design of precision. While his enemies struggled to decipher his plans, Attila had already unleashed his arrows, leaving no stone upon another. At times, his treaties struck more fear than his wars. Attila's campaigns crossed the borders of Rome. In 441, he invaded the Balkans. Cities, fortresses, and armies fell one by one wherever he went. The Byzantine Empire, unable to resist as far as Constantinople, sued for peace. Emperor Theodosius II agreed to pay Attila a heavy tribute. After this event, Attila's ambition grew even stronger. His next target, the Western Roman Empire. In 451 AD, Attila and hundreds of thousands of his soldiers entered the lands of Gaul. In France, they faced the united forces of Rome and the Germanic tribes. At the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, one of the bloodiest battles in European history took place. A battle where rivers ran red and countless lives were lost. In the end, Attila withdrew his forces, yet all of Europe had learned his name by heart. Attila was a genius, unyielding, indomitable, and unmatched. In 452, he marched into Italy with his army. Padua, Verona, Milan. Each city fell, one after another. When he reached Rome, he was met by Pope Leo I and his delegation. At that moment, the world's most powerful and undefeated army stood poised to destroy Rome itself. But Attila did not do it. Pope Leo said, "O protector of the poor, O terror of the wicked, O great Attila, I, Leo, the representative of all Christians, kneel before you and beg, do not enter Rome." Whether it was this plea or a voice from the heavens, no one knows, but Attila turned back. It was then that they called him the Scourge of God, Flagellum Dei. Attila burned and shattered every city along his path, striking fear into the greatest empires of Europe. In 453 AD, on the night of his wedding, Attila died mysteriously. Some say he was poisoned, others that it was a heart attack. Those who buried him were all killed. No one lived to reveal the location of his tomb. To this day, no one knows where Attila rests. After his death, the Hun Empire in Europe soon fragmented. Yet the legacy he left behind, the discipline, unity, and independence of the Turkic spirit became a model for generations of states to come. Attila was not merely the Scourge of God. He was a just leader, a protector of his people, a ruler ruler even his enemies respected. Centuries have passed, yet the name of Attila still echoes in Europe's legends. Attila was not just an empire, he was the living story of a nation's discipline, faith, and will. His true victory was the respect he earned in the hearts of men. In our next video, we will continue with the rise of the Turks, the first time the name Turk appeared in history, and the era of Bumin Kagan. History is not only the past, it is the prologue of the future.